Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Usual intro out of the way. This is a kind of a later night recording session of sorts. Don't laugh. I was feeling productive today, so I kind of went off and made fancy dinner, per se. And for dessert, I tucked into the bag of oranges that I had just bought. And for some reason, I wasn't even watching from his content. I was peeling the little like clementine little oranges, and I looked at it, and for some reason my brain decided to connect that specific orange with Kiri. Just completely unprovoked. And here we are. Welcome to From Us Fridays. This won't be like an official thing in a way. I kind of want to just cover their entire discography before the full album in March. And yeah, here we are. We're starting off with album number 1. We're not doing Glass Shoes because that was a single with one track on it, and we've listened to it already. Moving forward, though, I think regardless of if we've heard the song before or not on, like, our B-side marathon or the title tracks, we'll just listen through the album. Just makes it easier to keep everything in one place, isn't it? So, Fromistnine's 2 period Heart album. I'm being pedantic, but the 2 Heart album. Let's just jump into it. Thankfully, there's channels that have color-coded lyrics for every single song because they have enough of a fan base behind them now, and this is also 3 years ago. Speaking of 3 years ago, though, I love going through the comments on these, just seeing people just big up the group from way back in the day. Like, you're getting people from 3 years ago. Hopefully one day more people will recognize them. Me too. Even more than they have now. And stuff like that. Just really wholesome stuff in the comments of these. So, let's just jump right into it. Every single song on the album. Let's go.
언제부턴가 너무 기다려져요. 그대가 누군지 어디쯤인지 아무것도 모르지만 뭔지 모를 이끌림에 그대를 기다리고 있어요.
당신도 이렇게 날 기다리고 있을까요? 나에게 오고 있을까요?
Oh, we're getting
하지만
the emotional piano
나는 알고
already.
있어요. 수많은 별들 가운데
It's like a tomato
우리
sauce on my screen.
운명처럼 만나게 될 거라는 걸요.
사실 걱정되기도 해요. 내 모습이 부족할까봐. 그대가 나를 한눈에 알아볼 수 있도록 매일매일
Yo, what is this song
더
doing to me?
노력하고
Why is it making me
있어요.
like sad?
언젠가 서로
It's not
마주할
supposed to
날이
be a sad
오겠죠?
song, but it's emotionally
나의 일상에
sad.
함께하는 그대처럼 당신의 시간도 나로 가득했으면 좋겠어요. 당신이 어떤 모습일지 아직은 잘 모르지만 당신을 만나게 된다면 제일 먼저 고생했다고, 고맙다고 말해줄 거예요.
내가
Oh, the strings are not
먼저 한
helping
발짝
either.
더 다가갈게요. 그곳에서 날 기다려줘요. 설레는 마음도 그댈 향한 떨림도 모두 준비됐어요. 한눈에 그대를 알아볼 거예요.
그대와 만나는 날에 정말 그날이 온다면 그날은 세상에서 제일 예쁜 표정으로 예쁜 말을 할 거예요. 그대는 지금 어디쯤인가요?
Yo, why do I want to cry? Wow. What an intro. What a powerful intro for their debut album. It's like, it's so heartful. It's so like, there's so much truth laden behind it. It's just the members saying, hey, good to see ya. Don't know you yet, But thanks for coming anyways. That's so sweet and so wholesome, and god damn it, I'm in my feels again. You know what makes it worse? It's the fact that you have the emotional piano and then you have the string section coming in the middle. Like, oh, come on. I actually have tears in my eyes. Like, what is happening? Oh no. I'm okay. I'm okay. Guys, it is okay to cry too. Ow. Okay. Before I turn into any more of a bubbling mess, let's just keep going. I think it's the title track, right? Yes. So why do I have a sneaking suspicion this entire album is just going to be super in the feels in terms of lyrics? I think it's really interesting how the lyrics sound like appropriate for how old this group would have been in terms of like the members and their ages, because it just, the lyrics are, yes, super cheesy, but also super meaningful, kind of in a way that, like, you know, like early teens would kind of be like, or like, you know, early high school, like that type of age. And it just fits. I did not clock that the Pinky Promise line there in the second chorus was Jion. Little electric guitar, there it is. Why are the lyrics so sweet? Like, it's so hopeful and it's so youthful and it's so happy and it's so positive. Like, damn. Man, oh, maybe I should have started from like the newer stuff and gone backwards, because this was not how I imagined my Friday night to be going. But hey ho. Okay, this was one of the songs recommended on the B-side marathon, if I'm correct in thinking. So I think we don't talk about it this much, kind of like, you know, with Too Hard, we talked about it in extensive detail during the MV marathon, so we'll just play through this again. I haven't listened to this song in a hot minute, so, or ever since I did the B-side marathon, so. Do y'all get what I mean though when I say like kind of high school teen romance type of like vibes in terms of the music and with the lyrics? It feels young. Like all the songs are about like the members talking about someone else and just like the positive emotions that they have towards another person, like sharing the positive emotions between people. Shit, how many songs are on this album? Six songs, okay. Or 5 in an intro. I also found out there was a choreo, like, special clip for Miracle after I recorded the B-side marathon. So apologies for that. We'll let it keep going. But okay, so this song is completely new to me, so let me pay attention real quick. Again, the teen romance kind of vibe. Genuinely, the more and more I'm picking up on like Soyeon's parts in music, she genuinely like wants to be like my fourth bias in the group. At this point, I might as well just go OT9, right? Whoa. What is this reminding me of? The Frommer's rap line? They understand the vibes. There's a G on high note. That's early. Breakdown out of nowhere. All right. Again, rap parts. Oh, they let Ju-on hold that for a long time. Why is this really catchy though? Why is that really catchy? I guess the shibby-dibby-doo-wop is always going to be catchy in any fast-paced pop song, but ooh. Okay. This one, not so much, kind of like the teen romancy way, but like, boy, if you don't watch your mouth, kind of thing. It's still that like really innocent, kind of like, it's almost like playful banter in a way at this point, isn't it? But it's still, it's interesting seeing the evolution of groups, especially girl groups in a way. Because it's like, this was 2018, 17? Yeah, 2018. And I'm just thinking back to a lot of these groups that debuted around this time or like even a few years before, and how like debut concepts in a way. Like you see the evolution in sound. And with Fromis especially, because I know their later stuff more than their earlier stuff. So hearing stuff, you know, like their very first releases and things like that, just feels so much more like youthful and playful and like innocent, and you know, it's got that kind of vibe to it. Again, I'm comparing this to songs like DM and Stay This Way because those are, that's like the main two songs that I know from them right now. Well, with the exception of Love Bomb and Airplane Mode, but that's a different story. And like thinking about other groups during this time, like that had kind of a similar ish, like really high energy sound, like for some reason, like this type of sound is reminding me a lot of like early day Rocket Punch in a way. Like, let me actually Rocket Punch, RCPC. Yeah, like Bim Bam Boom and Bouncy, it's kind of got like that similar energy, right? It's like the first year that they're promoting as a group, and they're just going for the full cutesy, for the full youthful energy, for the just pure serotonin. And like, this is the B-side, this is the title track, this is the B-side, and it's just laced with energy. That is, knowing where this is going to lead, I think makes listening to this era's music so much more interesting for me, because I know what this is going to lead to. It's like knowing the plot of, say, Harry Potter. It's like knowing what happens at the very end of the Harry Potter like franchise, and with, you know, the end of Deathly Hallows. And then starting from the very beginning with the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone, and just working your way forward again. It feels like that. And I like that. I really like that. And the music's just really good. I can't help but smile at it and just kind of, you know, shake my head side to side with a little smile on my face. Like, they got it down pat already. All right. I was about to say, I wonder if they're going to have a slow song on this album. This is not as slow as I thought it was going to be. Nice vocal ad-lib. Although, was that technically an ad-lib? I don't actually know what you would classify as that. Interesting chord. I think this might be the least, like, out-and-out K-poppy type song we've heard so far on the album. Yeah, this definitely feels more J-poppy than K-poppy to me. And I know that their earlier stuff definitely had a K-poppy, it lent towards a more J-poppy sound rather than a K-poppy sound. Or at least by current day definition of it. It feels like it could be an intro song for like a slice of life teen anime, or like a webtoon, or like a kids cartoon show. It's really chill. It's got some funky chord things going on at the end of like musical phrases, which is very interesting to listen to. I feel like the lyrics for this song, there's definitely like 3 or 4 webtoons and animes and mangas that exist about, that's based around what the lyrics for this song are. Secret crush, don't know if it goes both ways or not. Shy away when you try and confess, kind of. It's a very typical like teen romance trope, isn't it? There's the resolution. Wow, that took a long time to get there. Okay. This one, is this going to be like the ballad of this album? It is like the ballad of this album. Interesting. It's definitely the most subdued out of all of them, which I have no problems with. In fact, I think the album kind of needed it at this point. It's been really high energy all the way here. And I think, don't get me wrong, I love like a sugary bubblegum pop song, right? It's honestly, some of like my guilty pleasure songs is just all like high energy bubblegum pop songs. I crave that stuff. When I'm in the right mood, I crave that stuff. With Promise, and especially this debut album in a way, I'm noticing that once you slow down the song a little bit and like lower the energy, the members' voices are differentiating a lot more than if it was in a higher energy song, which is very interesting. So I feel like the more energy you have, the more distinctive some members' voices get, but it's the opposite way for me and Promise. Like, I'll start naming some people out, like, Nagyung's higher voice, once you kind of like take the energy away and it's kind of like a more relaxed pace in a way, it sparkles a little bit differently. Same with Jihon, and her like lower but softer register just shines a little bit differently. And then like once you get into like your main vocal line, like Hayoung and Jiwon, they already have very different voices, but even Gyuri's voice in a way just like has a little bit of extra like carrying power to it in a way that I can't really describe. But what you don't get in a slower song like this is the mad spitting fire out of the rap duo. No, I'm kidding. But on a real though, it's interesting how some members just thrive on high energy and some members shine on the slower, softer stuff. As it doesn't feel like the group leans one way or the other. It just feels like there's just certain members that just kind of move up and down a little bit. Now, quite like that, I think it shows their artistry. Like, even as their debut project, it's showing, like, kind of like the little in-depth side of their what's behind the artist in a way, and I really like that. I'm getting a lot of insight from this album. Alright, the mono version of Glass Shoes. I have no idea what this is. It's put on as track 6 of the album, so we're just going to listen to it anyways. You know, if this was like a special arrangement they did for their first Mama show, or what the story is behind it, but... If I don't spot the difference, I'm gonna rely on the Flovers in the comment section and tell me what the difference between this and the pre-debut is. There's the drum fill that I love. I find that little motif super addictive. It's really catchy, and the fact that it's on their pre-debut I think makes it so much better because it's leaving an impact on the listener, isn't it? God, I love that drum fill. It's interesting how the lyrics their title track so far really does kind of like portray what the members could have been feeling at this point. Because this kind of feels like, hey, we're not quite there yet, but we'll be there. Wait for us, kind of deal. Ah, I didn't clock that. The phrase is different at the end. It's... It ends with my heart's you instead of... up. Aha. Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't catch the difference. What's the difference? What I did catch, though, is kind of like the evolution of the lyrics in the title tracks for Glass Shoes is like... It's almost kind of like they're like spirits in a way where it's like, hey, this might be something that happens. Look at, like, we're just gonna give you a little, like, insight into what this might be. If you like it, just wait for us. We're gonna be there soon. And then once you get to the debut with Two Heart, it's kind of like that. Hello, we're here. I hope you like us and I hope you enjoy us, kind of like... It's like a little progression through the human emotion way where it's like kind of fear and uncertainty, but expectation. And then once that moment is here, it's captivation, and then it's retainment, and then it's just spreading the good vibes, and I love that. Their older stuff really is good fun to listen to. It's... I wonder how this is going to, like... I wonder how I'm going to feel through this. It's... In a way, I kind of don't know where I want to go with this series in a way. Essentially, what I want to do is just learn their discography before the full album comes out. And look, my memory isn't great. I'm not going to remember every single song once we finish listening to all of them. What I want to do and what I want to get out of this is, one, learn the full, like, musical progression of the group in terms of, like, how their sound evolves, how their lyrics evolve even. And even going as far as, like, how the members themselves and their roles throughout songs change. Because I know for a fact that the members who are, like, singing certain parts throughout the songs in this era of Promisenine are not singing the same part in, like, Stay This Way, like, from our Memento Box era and Midnight Guest era. I'm looking forward to seeing that difference. I'm looking forward to get an even better in-depth look into their sound and kind of like what makes Promisenine in a way. By the end of this, will I be alting Promisenine? Oh dear God. That's a scary thought. My wallet's in danger. Oh gosh. It's just a really good time. I love feel-good music like this, and I was in kind of a good mood today. I was being really productive. I got my videos done for the day. I got my emails sent out for the day. I made dinner for the first time this week. I pre-made stuff last weekend, kind of just been like slowly scraping stuff off of that. And it's just Promisenine. I can see why Flovers are so passionate about this group, because they really just kind of have everything, don't they? They've got the really good music that's usually, like, especially the early stuff is super feel good. The more modern stuff, I feel like, is very lethal for certain fans of certain members within the group. Chaeyoung stands. You didn't hear that from me, but I feel like Promisenine as a group, for me, just ticks all the right boxes. They've got really good music. The members are freaking all over the place, and I love them for it. Like they will cover pretty much every single range you can imagine in terms of any part of their personality. You got the quiet ones, you got the loud ones, you have like the calmer ones, you have the chaotic ones, you've got your group parents, you've got your group children, you've got even in the roles themselves, like the vocalists and the rappers, they're all so unique and so different that if you have like certain traits that you like about a person, there's going to be at least one person in this group that fits the bill. That's wild to me. And that makes biasing someone in this group such a problem because there's like three, four candidates that could be a bias in this group. And by the end of this, I genuinely just might say, screw it, I'm just gonna OT9 the group. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I do that with Dreamcatcher, so it won't be the first time, and I won't be mad at it, but it was fun. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna get through. Actually, I have it on the whiteboard. So that's too hard. Today is Dugan Dugan. Then from 9 Fun Factor we can do together. Although I know towards the middle of their discography we've covered a lot of their B's. It's like what's the album with Love Rum Pum Pum and Fly High on it? Fun Factory, we've heard every single song already, so I might skip that. Could do From 9 and My Little Society together. Could do 9-Way Ticket. We'll figure it out. But if this happens again next week on Friday, because from us Friday, I'd love me a good alliteration. Next week we'll have the Dugan Dugan album. Which, yes, we've checked out Dugan Dugan, we've listened to 22nd Century Ground, we've listened to Clover, which is kind of like the middle bulk of the album, but we'll listen to them again anyway, because I like the music, and yeah, I just like the music, and any excuse to listen to them again, I'll take, so. That's it for me today. Thank you for tuning in with me on this kind of impromptu little extra reaction for the day. If you did enjoy and want to see more, channel icon is up there. You can find the back catalog of stuff watched in the past. Let me take a breath, drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye. It just had to be the oranges, didn't it?